Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel once again, and for this video I'm going to share the first team with the Galarian Slowking over here after the C day, which have got the exclusive move of Surf and is the instant meta in Psychic Cup because of the addition of Surf alongside Shadow Ball with Hex. It shakes up the meta, and I think it jumps to rank 3 or 4 in the Psychic Cup meta list on PvPoke, which is really great. And since of its typing, which is Poison and Psychic, it does resist Fairy type attacks as well, like such as Galarian Rapidash or maybe Gardevoir's, which alongside charms as well, it can resist that. To which I'm going to pair up Galarian Slowking up with 2 potential counters to Malamar over here, which is going to be my Rapidash and my Cresselia, because for Galarian Slowking it does lose to Malamar a kind of a bit negative loss, like not too bad, but it's moderate loss to Victini also and Bruxish, to which I have that counters and again Claydol also, as well. So to stop that Claydol, Malamar and every Bruxish, I have to counter those things with my Rapidash and Cresselia, which I have in my backline. And one Pokemon that is very tough to handle over here with this team, but it is not entirely cold broken by that, which is going to be a Victini. Victini is, yes, it's tough, but it's manageable and it can be handled with this whole team. So this is the thought process that I had while building this team up, and just without further more delay, let's quickly jump into the first battle. I pick up a lead against Bronzong over here, which is a really good thing, and they comes back with their Rapidash once again, which is fine. I am fine with, so I want to get the shield, to which I go for the first Shadow Wall, which they let it through, and it's just going to be ouch to that Rapidash. And now let's see what they comes back in with. So they comes back with their Malamar over here, to which I'm going to I'm going to take out my backline over here, which is going to be a soft counter to Malamar over here, that is going to be Cresselia, because Cresselia is just going to be hard-walled by that Bronzong, to which still my Rapidash can threat that with neutral damage from Mega Horn. That is the reason I come back with my own Cress over here, and I do get the first shield from my opponent's end with a bait of Grass Knot, which is really good. And I have to shield this foul play because Cresselia can tank one, but the second one will be lethal. Now I'll be going for the next Moonblast. That also does guarantees the second shield and the defense, the attack drop also. To which now I'll be going for the neutral Grass Knot, which will do a bit of chip damage over here, which is really good because now they have to throw. They cannot farm down from that kind of range. They cannot farm down the Cresselia with the resisted Psycho Cuts. It's just impossible, and they have to throw, which is fine. And now I'm going to come back, I think, with my Rapidash over here and get a good amount of energy right now. So since they have a lot of energy loaded, I throw the Body Slam as soon as I get it, but they did a really good catch onto their Bronzong, which does resist the Body Slam over here because of the partial steel typing on it, but they won't appreciate this Shadow Ball incoming to that Bronzong, which just get one shot from that kind of good health as well. And now they have all access to is going to be their Malamar, which I believe ends up losing this AP tie against this Galarian Slowking over here, getting the win with the exclusive move of Surf in the first battle. That is going to be GG's. Moving on to the second battle, I pick up a lead against Malamar. So once again, the tough lead continues over here. So I'm going to switch out into my own Rapidash over here, and I went for a CMP tie, to which I'll be not baiting this time. So I'll be going for the Mega Horn that does guarantees the shield over here, and now I can let one foul play go through, which is going to be hurting me, but it will not take me out. So I will be letting this next foul play go through, and now I have to shield up because the next one will be just knocking me out, and I don't want to do that because I don't want to come into that matchup against my Slowbro over here, to which I do want to get the knockout, or I do want to get the shield from my opponent's end, which I do, and I successfully flip switch here right now, to which now they have access to Victini over here, which is again really tough to handle. But as I've already mentioned, it does not core break my entire team. It is still manageable with energy and shield advantage, to which now I can easily come back with my Galarian Rapidash, beg your pardon, my Galarian Slowking over here, and I can let this first V create go through. It does hurt a lot, but I can get to the next surf, and with the defense drop, it does guarantee the knockout for this Victini, and all they have left over here is going to be their final Pokemon, that is their Galarian Rapidash, and with up shield, they can go for Mega Horn. Cresselia is so tanky that it can tank one Mega Horn, but they are actually running high horsepower, which is really good because I know after this CD everyone is going to try out this Galarian Slowpoke and Slowbro in this cup, which they can recognize and just top lives the game over here, which is going to be really good game, really well played. Moving on to the next battle, I pick up a lead against Malamar once again, and I quickly safe swap again into my Rapidash over here, and they went for the first foul play. So same as earlier, so I'll be letting this next foul play go through, which will be hurting, and now they comes back with their own Rapidash, which is a tell that something they have. I think they are still like running my team, which I showcased in my last video, that Malamar along with Rapidash and Victini, which might be the call. So I have to shave up shields over here, and they cannot farm me down from this kind of range, which is nice because I'll be now shielding up and I'll be going for the next body slam over here, and from this kind of range also they cannot farm me down. So they have to throw if they want to get switch, and they end up shielding that, which is really good for me because now they have to, as I've already mentioned, they have to throw. They cannot farm down my Rapidash over here from that kind of range, and this is now going to be tough because I can easily come back with my Galarian Slowking, but it is not, it's still in a manageable farm down range for me until and unless they get to the first body slam over here or maybe a Mega Horn. So I'll be letting this next charge move go through, which ends up being a body slam, and I can get the farm down. But no, they have back-to-back body slams loaded, which is going to be very troublesome for me. And the final Pokemon I think they have access to is going to be the Malamar once again. They comes back with it, but I'll be going for the first neutral Shadow Balls over here, which will hurt because Galarian Slowking is on the attack period side, and the final Pokemon is going to be not on Victini, it's going to be a Bruxish, which is really good because I can go for one Grass Knot to get the knockout for it, and they cannot farm me down, or maybe they cannot go for one foul play to get the knockout because I have a shield in my name as well, which is really nice because they can go for one foul play, which Cresselia tanks, they sees the writing on the wall and top lives the game over here. Really well played, GG's. Moving on to the next matchup, I pick up a lead against Galarian Rapidash over here, which is good because to which now I can resist one move, but I have to watch out for high horsepower because people are running that and they went for a Mega Horn, which is neutral in this scenario once again. But now since I have doubled up on energy, I'll be shielding this move up, which is not really good ideal situation for me because like I will be getting the shield back with Surf, that is definitely sure. But since I'm I'm down shield right now, they went for a Surf catch onto their own Galarian Slowking over here, but they end up shielding that. So this is going to be troublesome for me because they are having a Galarian Slowking in the back, to which I think I have to shield up once to possibly block the Shadow Ball coming from this Slowking over here. So I call this bait over here, which ends up being a Surf. That is really good call from my end, but they have got loaded energy right now, so I have to shield up over here, and I will be going for the next Surf over here, next body slam of my own onto the opposing mirror Slowking over here to get the knockout, and I have some extra energy left out right now. So if they're going to come back with their Victini, which is their final Pokemon, it is going to be really troublesome for me right now because my Rapidash is out of the game and my Slowking is really low, so I cannot throw any move over here which does hit super effective to this Victini over here in this scenario, and they went for the overheat. So Cresselia can tank that overheat, and now I will be going for the next grass knot. And this their final Pokemon, which is going to be Rapidash, will be again tanking that, but I can come back with my Slowking, get ahead on energy, and I dive with a Surf loaded right now, which ends up being the turnover for this game. And this is going to be the next Recreate, which does knock this Cresselia out of this game, giving the win for them. And that will be all for this battle. GG's. Hopping into the next battle, I pick up a lead over here against Mirror Galarian Slowking over in this scenario. So this is a bait dependent matchup over here, so I'll not bait. I'll be going for the first Shadow Ball, and I win CMP tie, which is fine. And now I have to call a bait. So I think they are straight going up for the Shadow Ball, which is not the case. They went for a bait of Surf, and now I have to let this next charge move go through, because they will be outpacing me to the next Shadow Ball, which will be lethal and will be getting the knockout for me. But I did have to save up shields for my backline over here. And since I will be coming back with my Rapidash, I will be doing a CMP tie this time, and I'm not sure which Pokemon is going to win CMP in this scenario, but I think I did. And now they comes back with their own Rapidash over here, which I am fine with because I have got total energy right now. So this is going to be a Body Slam, which I can survive, and I'll be going for the next Mega Horn. So I want to pressurize their shield from their end, because yeah, I have got a kind of a really bulky Pokemon in the backline, which is going to be Cresselia, and they're not swiping out, which is a tell that something in the back is actually weak to this Cress, and they are running high horsepower and not Mega Horn, which is actually a good thing, because Cresselia can tank this high horsepower really well, because 2 Mega Horns does knock it out, but 2 horsepowers does not do the same. To which now the final Pokemon they have access to is going to be their Malamar of their own, who will not appreciate this super effective Moonblast coming in. And I have to go for the next shield on this foul play over here, because my Rapidash is kind of low and I have to shield up, and I'll be going for the next Grass Knot that will knock this Malamar out of the game. But they have got a kind of loaded Rapidash right now, but I cannot farm it down, or I cannot go for the next Grass Knot once again, but to which they have to throw up their energy right away, because they cannot farm down a Cresselia with resisted Psycho Cuts. So they go for back-to-back Body Slam, and it will be a race to the next charge move, or maybe a farm down, which I do get with a sliver of HP, getting the win for this battle here as well. So GG's to my opponent, really well played. Moving on to the next matchup, I pick up a lead against Bruxish, which is really tough because I will be quickly safe swapping into my Rapidash over here, and I am hard countered in the back once again, because it is going to be a Galarian Slowpoke over here that is running Poison Jab, but I do get the first shield with a bait of Body Slam, and I'll be now going for the next not high horsepower, it's Mega Horn, and they end up giving both the shields. So there is a tell that whatever they have in the back is actually weak to fairy moves, or maybe some kind of like dark type, maybe Malamar or anything. To which now I will be letting this first move go through, which ends up being a Surf. That is really good call from my end, and now I have to shield up, because the next Surf will not be lethal, but it will be putting me really low. To which now I tried to go for one Shadow Ball, to which they caught the Shadow Ball onto their Bruxish over here, which is really good, because now my Cresselia doesn't have to face this Bruxish over here. Though Cresselia does counter Bruxish with Grass Knot, but still it does not have to face that. And the final Pokemon they have access to is going to be their Rapidash of their own, to which I will be outpacing them to the first Mega Horn, but which is not the case. But like I think they are again running high horsepower in this scenario, because high horsepower is one Fairy Wind extra charge, like energy cost, and they went for a bait of Body Slam, which seals up their fate over here, because now I'll be letting this next charge move go through once again, because somehow my win condition is going to be my Galarian Rapidash over here, Galarian Slowking. Beg your pardon, it's Galarian Slowking. To which now I'll be going for the next Grass Knot over here that hits for reduced damage, but yeah, they cannot again farm my Cresselia down with poison jabs over here, and that puts this Galarian Galarian Slow Bro in a really good farm down range over here, and I have to shield up this Surf. So I shield up the Surf and I get the farm down on this Slow Bro over here, and I'm having enough energy to go for one Surf as they comes back with their own Rapidash over here, just knocks it out and getting the win for the battle here as well. GG's. Moving into the final battle of the video, I pick up a lead against Victini. So as I've already mentioned, this Pokemon is really tough to handle, but it is not entirely getting core broken over here, because I'll be going for the super effective Surfs, but Victini can handle one Surf because it haven't threw a move right away. So I'll be going for this shield right now. Like I'll be letting this next charge move go through, and I have to go for shield on the next time, because the next recreate will just knock me out and I have to shield it, because I want to go for one Shadow Ball over here, which will be hitting for super active damage as they comes back with their Clay Doll over here. And Switch advantage over here was really essential, because I do have a really good matchup with the Cress onto this Clay Doll over here, and I'll be outpacing them to the first Grass Knot over here. Either they are running Rock Tomb, Earth Power alongside with Shadow Ball, but the recommended moveset is Shadow Ball alongside Earth Powered. To which I'll be letting this next charge move go through. If it is Shadow Ball, which it is not, I can't survive a Shadow Ball once again, and the final Pokemon is going to be a Malamar. So it was kind of a really tough or hard counter team. Like my team is hard countering them over here, to which now I will be easily coming back with my Rapidash over here, letting this next charge move go through, which is going to be a foul play, which will hurt, but it will not knock me out, and I can easily go for one Body Slam and get the knockout for this Clay Doll, for this Malamar over here. And all they have got access to is going to be Clay Doll, which will not appreciate this neutral. Not neutral, it's a super effective Mega Horn coming in that does almost take out the Clay Doll over here, but I am having a healthful, like kind of healthy Cresselia, which I'll be shielding up this time, because if they have Shadow Ball, which will be threatening, but they went for a Rock Tomb, and I can easily go for the Psycho Cut down, getting the win for the final battle. So some final thoughts onto this newly added moveset of Surf to this Slowbro and Slowking family over here, that is not going to be too much useful in the open leagues, but in limited metas it does have so much potential for this for this Pokemon over here, because earlier only it have got access to is going to be Sludge Bomb, like Sludge Wave, Shadow Ball with Hex, which are all nuke moves, but now having a potential low energy charge move of Surf does give it so much roundabout overall good performance in this meta of Psychic Cup. So that will be all for this video, and if you're liking the content onto this channel, do support me by liking the videos, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to it as well, which helps me a lot, keeps me motivated and encouraged for some other new contents as well. So that will be all, and see you again in the next one. Till then, peace.